moderator, to be a moderator of this session. And I would like to give the floor to the first speaker. Just a moment. This is Kamala Abbasova. Is she? Did she join us? No, as I see, we don't have yet the first speaker. Then I will invite to give the floor Barish Kachuk. Do we have anyone from this? Then I can give the floor to Siyama Sadiq. Sorry. She is a research scholar from.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Great to see you. Siyama Sadiq is a research scholar from Shri Agrasen Mahila Snatkotar Mahladiyeva University College.
Okay.
Yes, and she will.
Thank you for welcoming me. Thank you for welcoming me. Myself, Seema Sadiq. I'm a research scholar from India, Shri Agrasen Mahila Mahavidyalaya, Azamgarh.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Before starting my presentation, I'm going to present an article and orally. Can I present it orally?
Yes, sure. As you wish. Thank you. The floor is yours.
Okay. My topic is importance of environmental awareness. Environment plays an important role in healthy living and the existence of life on planet. Earth is a home for different living species, and we all are dependent on the environment for food, air, water, and other needs. There are different types of human activities which are directly attributed to the environmental disasters, which includes acid rain, acidification of oceans, change in the climate, deforestation, depletion of an ozone layer, disposal of hazardous wastes, global warming, overpopulation, pollution, and many more challenges that we have all faced by the environmental through the environment. The environment is the key to the existence of life on Earth, but there is a drastic environment change due to global warming, excessive pollution, industrialization, etc. The natural environment is a gift of nature, and we need to conserve it for the benefit of life in the future. Environment is the sole factor for the existence of life on Earth. Without it, there can be no life on Earth. In our solar system, there are other big planets, but have no life due to lack of environment. Hence, even scientists are working on only Mars to create life on it as it has some suitable environment. This shows the importance of the environment for life and existence. So we can say that environment plays a very important role for all the human beings. Its various roles in life are as follows: for healthy living, better breathe, better water, better rainfall, better soil, better life, etc. So environmental awareness is an incredibly important part of our lives. In order to protect the sustainability of the planet, everyone needs to commit to becoming more environmentally aware. Environment is the born of all living being. The happiness existence of human being is totally depends upon nature or environment, and the man who has the highest responsibility to make it a conducive one. As we know that environment is a place which surrounds us here, which surrounds all the human beings, and all the human beings were able to consume all the natural, physical, or chemical resources to live their life. Environment is the pivotal point on which the universe exists. Hence, any change in this can lead towards a total destruction of Earth in particular and universe in Earth. If this prevailing situation persists, the world will face a severe disaster in the near future. It is high time that we take some stern action towards protecting our Mother Earth. Environment, the relevance of Kalidas' concept of environmental awareness is that generally the environment that is around us may be classified into two types. one being built environment and one being natural or wild environment. Wild environment consists of flora and fauna, rivers, oceans, hills, mountains, and like, which are made by nature. Whereas the built environment means man-made environments such as township and the like. Here it is notably that noteworthy that perhaps all the time of Kalidas, at the time of Kalidasa, there were no such types of bad effects of man-built environment as we find it today's world of science and technology. Yet the far-fetched poet Kalidasa shows his find in today's world of science and technology, and he shows his awareness towards the environment, which which is contemporary through all ages. The most striking feature about Indian is that they are quite religious in their social dealings. Unfortunately, much of their social conducts are not compatible to their culture and traditions. They pollute the holy Ganga and neglect cows and other animals with impurities. We therefore need to resurrect and revive the ancient wisdom contained in Vedas and many other Buddhist and Jain texts. Vedas, particularly, are reservoir of ecological insight and wisdom. Uh, we can also borrow the ecological knowledge from Gita and from the Hindu scriptures. So, from the above discussion, we observe that Kalidasa maintains high environmental awareness, which are is still relevant and can help a great deal in reducing the crisis of environmental degradation, which have become a threat for the nature and human society alike in today's world. Kalidasa always laid emphasis on eco-friendly values and transmitted his ideas for implementation of the same through harmonious relationship between nature and human beings. Through his poetic manner, he sent a message to all that how man should be accustomed with nature is a great teaching towards mankind at the present environmental situation. Thus, through the activities of Shakuntala, the great poet depicts the principle of deep ecology, which states that the well being of human and non human life on earth has inherent values. These values are independent of the usefulness of non human world for human purposes. Importance of environmental awareness. Man and his activities are polluting the planet physically, mentally, and morally, which may bring about the destruction of our civilization not abruptly, but it may decay slowly die. Therefore, the imperative need presently is to stop the mindless war and to preserve the earth. In the changing modern social scenario, there is a crisis of environmental awareness leading to negative code of behavior towards the environment. The environmental awareness, the major challenges facing present day society is the need for developing environmental values to values to protect our environment. In this regard, it is worthy to mention that the importance of environmental awareness, global awareness, and the concept of one world have grown greatly over recent decades, especially with the revolution of the space age and worldwide communications. Awareness has emerged with a number of successive but overlapping concerns such as population growth, environmental change, inequalities in development, and political one of the subject being taught as a compulsory subject in all classes. Even in higher education, in teacher education institution, also it is gaining priority not only in the Indian context but also natural order, including mankind. This is it's intricately linked person. Learning environmental education merely as a subject will not solve the present problem that the environment faces. It needs to reach up one's affective as well as psychomotor domain of knowledge to protect the environment. Go green, everyone. Environmental awareness is a very easy to understand. Essentially, it is being aware of the issue that our Earth is currently dealing with issues like deforestation, pollution, our ozone layer, water waste, landfills, and so much more. All of the issues are directly result of human actions on the environment. Everything we do during our daily lives is worsening the effects of climate change and pollution. If we continue on our present course of not changing anything, we will not have an earth or to live to anyone. This land will become barren, polluted beyond imagination, and unlivable. But alone what will happen to our natural resources. However, becoming aware of the issue our world is facing and is still not doing anything in even worse than what has been happening. So environmental awareness is the stepping stone towards changing in the participation in protecting environment. Hence we felt a need to study the in environmental awareness of teachers and students of higher education, since the teachers plays a vital role in imparting knowledge, values and skills in students towards environmental protection and conservation. All teachers of higher education had very high environmental awareness on aspects pertaining to atmosphere and climate change, biodiversity and forests, water, fresh water, oceans and seas, health and sanitization. But the students of higher education had less awareness when compared with that of the teachers. So we can say that is very important or relevant in the present situation that environmental awareness should be impaired. The knowledge of environmental education is very important for everyone in this web of life, as it helps to create awareness and understanding of the evolving social and physical problem prevailing in the environment. Thus, environmental awareness is an incredibly important part of our lives. It is to understand the fragility of our environment and the importance of its protection. Thank you very much for patiently
Thank you very
listening.
much, Seema. I would like if anyone has questions to Siema, and we can then continue if there are no questions with the next speaker. Siema, I just have a very general question to you. You were talking about the importance of the environmental education, but can you give us a short um, um, introduction or perception? How is it introduced in the system of education in India? Do children have any courses on environmental protection? What level of education is more? So, at what level of education this education is developed, and children get knowledge on this? Sorry, can you turn on the microphone?
Okay, thank you. There is not really any official work that has been present by the teachers and many more organizations that I don't think that there have been many organizational work that protects the environment. And but in a homely world we can we are aware about the environment and about the how to protect the environment. For example, we should clean our area and our surface, and but not very awareness about the environment. I really don't know that all the works have been done in paperwork on paperwork, but there is a problem of implementation of these kinds of problems. So I should say that environmental awareness, we should have to not only
Excuse me. Yeah. Yes, you may continue if you.
that's why I would say that no, we should have to strict about the environmental awareness to grow the people to aware about the environment. What is the main importance of this environment? Because it is not only for ourselves, our lives, but also the future's life depends upon environment. If we lost our environment, there have been a disaster, lots more disaster we can also face. So we should have to be serious about the awareness of the environment. and the government should have been also take responsibilities for this kind of serious problem and issue all over the world, not only in India but all over the world.
Yes, thank you very much. As I understood, the formal education is not yet using the
It is
concept.
mentioned in coursework, it is mentioned in course and syllabus also, but it is not provided 1-to-1%. It is not provided, and there are people are really very not aware about their environment, because we live in a monsoon area, and our climate is really very helpful for our lives, but we didn't know about the what is going on the polar zone. But we if we think about the situation that all the persons who lived in the polar zone, and what are the situation and what are the conditions that they are facing, but we are Indians not facing the real problems of it is only imparts through the awareness programs that polar zone will be the will be facing this kind of problem and issues. So we should have to save our climate, that the polar zone will very affected from the problems or pollutions of that the result that pollution gives the polar zone very in a very bad situation, bad condition. So we should have to follow our rules and regulations, and we live not only for it is environment is not only for Indians but also the whole world. So it is really very one person's contribution give the environment really very best in a very best way. So we should have to think about this, and not only think, but awareness programs should have to be um, scattered, and should have been be focused by the government leaders and many more government organizations, and lots more work should have to be done all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Siyama. I I would continue our program with the next speaker. This is Gülşen Otçu, right?
Yes.
Gülşen Otçu is representing Hitsoft production planning and control, and she is going to give a presentation on. I cannot translate it into English. Sorry. Are you going to present in Turkish?
No, it will be English. I will also share my screen of the presentation, so it will be more clear, I guess.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sharing. Is it possible to make only the file choice?
Let me ask our.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Let me just a moment. I will try to. No, I don't have this possibility. Excuse me.
Just I will show the desk.
Can you help us to share the screen?
Yeah, that way it will be more easy, I think.
Yes.
Easier. Yeah. This one. Okay. Can you see right now, or
not yet?
Oh,
just a moment. I think they're trying to fix.
Sure. It's supposed to be working, but I'm not sure right now. So let's try again. Probably this. Oh yeah, this one. Can you see right now?
Yes.
Perfect then. So, and you see only the presentation, I guess. So I will just this one. Perfect. So, hello everyone once again, and today I will be presenting the development of intelligent event organization and evaluation platform that was generated with the team. I'm representing Hitsoft R&D Center, and I'll just skip for the details. Here is our plan. I will describe the system and then the principles, also the findings and discussion. So about Hitsoft, we are a tech company, and we are developing professional services and consultancy services for business operations and in the ERP systems in many sectors. So we have a large amount of data from and also know-how of each industry that you can see in here. Also, our operations start with ERP to automation systems and also the dealer management systems, software development, and production, and so on. So after that, according to the developing technology and also the amount of data and our knowledge, so we generated R&D, Hitsoft R&D Center, and here we developed 5 completed projects from machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and the other technologies. And also 2 projects are going on, and also our university industry collaborations and scientific research, and also our activities to create some scientific results are going on also. And coming to the platform, it's actually the events, even the physical or online, mostly online during the pandemic, but it's a new type of socialization way to create some networks and represent your profile. And also for the organizations, I mean the organizers, it's important to choose the right thing and to the right content and with the to the right for the right people. So here it's actually about fulfilling this need. And this component of the platform represents the user location profile, also the event preferences and the network that a person created. So and on the top of that, and it's generally takes the data and reports and creates recommendations with a high accuracy. So this was the point and also our aim. And here you can see our literature. So it's kind of a limited one, and the direct ones that we chose to show this in here. And our methodology depends on 3 basic components, which is sentiment analysis, social network-based analysis, and also we can call algorithms or artificial intelligence, and the other one is rule-based algorithms. And the activity and the performance of the event depends on the sentiment analysis. When we think about ourselves, we attend to an event and then we just leave a comment and we like it, or just we discuss about the event with our people who attended, or maybe we recommend it. So this is the sentiment analysis, depends on this performance, and also creates suggestions, recommendations to the people. It's one pillar of the solution. And the other one is social network. The people that we are connected to, that the people that chose the events, and also our relationship with them. Maybe we together attend to the events, or maybe we discuss about it deeply. So it's basically the connection between people. And the other one is the behavior patterns. So this is the basic location profiling, but also in-app behaviors, in application, in the web service, how we behave in the platform. So we go this one and this one, and the event, maybe we just skip, we just registered to event and we didn't go there. So even everything was representing our behavioral patterns in the system. So the interaction between three components just represented in here. So event-based analysis, social connections, friends, and in-network behaviors, and also comments, texts beside the user profile. So the location and the friends and the comments, everything is connected to each other, and the algorithm represents this one and uses data mining techniques for this one. So for the working principles that I can share with you is the machine learning based intelligent recommendation system. So using these three components, the infrastructure is on the cloud, and big data system on the cloud is the most important part is the architecture of the system. So the platform uses microservice architecture, and this component brings us some functionality, modularity, and also scalability of the system. So the cross-trading platform development is just service delivery and service integration layer software. It depends on the integratability, of the system, and enables the data integration and also the other functions to be integrated in it. So let's look at more detail in content-based analysis. Here you can see the users, the events that they attended, and then the data pre-processing starts. The similarity calculations are just done based on the similar users and the target users. So we can just analyze and understand how the user choose and which event the user can choose. And the prediction and the recommendation generation goes in this way. So the user takes the recommendation based on the choices, the recommendation functions, and the event is suggested to him or her. So in the network-based recommendation system, the data collected and the data pre-processed again, the node similarity calculations are done. So here we use training and tests. So we can see if in the network, how the people's interactions and connections are worked, and also the machine learning algorithms are trained, and the performance criteria just represents and generates the reliability and accuracy of the results. So here the system shows that it's continuously working and also increasing the performance of the recommendations, and recommends you the people, the friends, and also you can people who can connect with you and you can connect with them. And the sentiment analysis, this is the most challenging part, maybe we can say, but there is also good results that there are some techniques and methodology to create some good results in this one. So the data collected with the comments and also the text that are given to the platform. So the data pre-processed and the morphologic analysis are done. So the dictionary-based polarity analysis are generated. Here the attribute vector creation brings us to training and tests again. So when we train the machine learning algorithms and compare with the tests, so we again obtain the trained model and the performance criteria that we understand the accuracy and also the results, the return to the user, so we can understand if the user really says something positive or negative about the event, or maybe it can be partial. So I will, this is the most challenging part. I will also take this one too. So if a comment contains some positive but also negative, if they like the event but they didn't like the meal and so on. So it's the basic challenge, but this is the most important outcome for us to generate the different sentiments and generate results from this. So for the findings that I can talk about, it's the increased accuracy of analyzing 2 or more sentiments. So this is the basic outcome and finding for us to represent this study, and also better results with rule-based algorithms with some limited data, and we get the results to show the accuracy and also the reliable results to recommend to the people. So here the tests are done with in 3 parts: system, load, and usability tests. And the most important one is the 120 random users, and there are 25 congresses or symposiums, it doesn't matter. There were some events, and also 8 of the events were for the tests, and the rest of them were the further dates to be selected by these users. And 3 different input variables independently are developed to define if 2 users can be friends or not. So if they are location, depending on their event attendance, depending on their in-app behaviors, location profile, and each criteria and the variables showed us based on the rules, of course, gave some results that the friends, if they can be friends or not. And also the event recommendation and friend recommendation relies on this one. The simulation results shows that the people who can attend to the education and science and technology based events also can attend to these 3 example events for future. So this is the one of our outcomes that can be that shows that the system can be learning and also generating recommendations with high accuracy and high reliability, of course. And the simulations and finally, the simulations show us that we can create some behavior pattern-based social choices, and also more targeted events and also customized events for users, and the personalization when we attend to an event. And also we can just take smart and intelligent recommendations for the right events with the right participants at the right time. And also the organizers can make more reliable decisions about the organizations and events. And finally, we can target and select event parameters depend on these analyses without any hidden costs or efforts. So we have the data and we have valuable insights about the users and attenders. So, and this for the discussion, we basically used all hidden data, maybe we can say. So we traced it and we found each relationship with each other. The data relationship was turned into valuable insights, and also the system architecture enabled modularity, scalability, and improvability for us. The challenges that were overcome with this study are basically 2 ones. One is the sentiment analysis. includes 2 or more different sentiments in one comment, and the other one is rule-based algorithms are used until reaching the higher data amount. And the important results will be the increasing data quality, and large amount of data will be giving more, of course, reliable and best results for us. So it will be better if we increase the use and disseminate the system, the platform. And of course, there will be more data and more reliable results at the end. So thank you very much for everyone. I can also take questions.
Yes, thank you very much, Gülşen. Who has any questions to thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would like to give the floor to the next speaker from University at Kaplan. Sorry. Yes, I will give the floor to Dr. Kaplan, and then I will give the floor to Barış Küçük because, as I see, he joined us just recently. Thank you very much. Sorry, I don't see him anymore in the room. Then I will give you the floor. Yes, please. Dr. Barış Küçük from Blue Abana, is it?
Yes.
Baysal University. Yes, please. The floor is yours.
Hello, dear guest. My name is Barış Küçük, Bolu University, Faculty of Law. I'm from Turkey and assistant professor at the law faculty. My presentation particularly for the Turkish law, for the reason I will continue Turkish language, please, sorry
Yes, sure.
for this reason. Thank you for your understanding. Merhaba, ben Türkçe devam edeceğim sunumuma. Çünkü Türk hukukunu ilgilendiren bir konu. Bunu yaparken de İngilizce anlatmam biraz daha zor olacaktı. Bu nedenle Türkçe devam edeceğim ama İngilizce zaten alt metinler kullandım. Oradan da bakılabilir. Concordato kavramımız var. Concordato kavramımız bizim Türk hukukuna özgü bir kavram olmamakla beraber özellikle İsviçre ve Alman hukukundan bize yansımış bir alandır. İsviçre ve Alman hukukundan yansıdığı için de biz Concordato'ya ilişkin hükümlerde kıta Avrupa'sını dikkate alıyoruz. Peki Covid-19 pandemisiyle beraber ne oldu? Aslında özellikle şirketler ekonomik anlamda zorlanmaya başlayınca, süreç itibariyle bizler borç ilişkilerinde zorlandıkça bunların düzeltilmesi ya da yeniden yapılandırılmasını talep ediyoruz. Yeniden yapılandırılsın ki yapılandırmayla beraber aslında süreç daha sağlıklı ilerlesin. Özellikle de ekonomik anlamda düşeceğimiz zorluklara düşmeyelim istiyoruz. Bu nedenle de özellikle ekonomik faktöriyel ya da işte esası olan noktalarda biz o sözleşmenin uyarlanması gerektiğini düşünüyoruz. Türk hukukunda da bununla ilgili özel düzenlemeler hem icra iflas hukukunda hem de Türk borçlar hukukunda yer alıyor. Türk Borçlar Kanunu yalan madde vardı ama 2018'de Concordato gelince düzenlemenin ne olacağı tartışma konusu oldu. Örneğin kira sözleşmesi yapıyorsunuz, yaptığınız sözleşme sürekli bir borç ilişkisi. O zaman bunun sonlandırılması gerekiyor ki ekonomik anlamda rahatlayayım. Bunu nasıl yapacağız? İşte burada özel olarak bize izin veren bir düzenleme var ki bu düzenlemede doğrudan doğruya Concordato hukukunun icra iflas kanunundan gelen maddesidir. Burada Borçlar Kanunu uyarlama der, emprevizyon adını kullanıyor. Ama pandeminin etkisiyle beraber emprevizyondan ziyade ne daha önemlidir derseniz icra iflas kanunu maddeleri daha önemli. Peki burada kim izin verecek? Konkordu komiseri diye bir kavram var. Konkordu komiserimiz mahkemenin de izniyle, onayıyla beraber burada artık devreye giriyor ve kendisi izin veriyor bu sözleşmenin feshine. Yani sözleşmenin feshini kötüye kullanmayı da engellemeye çalışıyoruz bu süreçte. Peki konkordato fesih gerçekleştiğinde alacaklının borcunun dengesini nasıl koruyacağız? İşte burada şu soru devreye giriyor. Evet, alacaklı alacağını almalı, borçlu borcunu ödemeli. Peki o zaman sözleşme sona erdirildiği takdirde fesihle beraber alacaklı alacağını nasıl almalı? Burada konkordato'nun özel bir düzenlemesi var. Diyor ki zaten diyor senin alacağın varsa diyor bu bilançoda yazıyor. Yazan bilançoya göre sen bunu alacaksın, hakkın bu diyor. Tazminat olarak konkordato pürüzüne dahil olmadan alacağınızı alabiliyorsunuz. Peki biz bunu uyarlamaya çevirirsek ne olur? Orada kanun koyucu diyor ki uyarlamaya çevirdiğinde olağanüstü bir neden, beklenmeyen bir neden olmalı ki biz bunu çevirebilelim diyor doğrudan doğruya işte hak sahipliği için. Ama şimdi düşündüğünüzde evet benim bir alacağım var, alacağımı almak istiyorum. Uyarlamayla da talep edebilirim. Dava açacağım, uğraşacağım. Yani baktığınızda süreç daha uzayacağı için icra iflas kanunu maddeleri daha önemli. Peki burada Covid-19'un etkisine, pandeminin etkisi nedir derseniz de artık yavaş yavaş pandemi geçen sene başlamakla beraber etkilerini bu yıl daha çok gösteriyor. Gelecek yıllarda da gösterecek. Kanaatimizce bu birkaç yıl daha böyle devam edecek ve özellikle büyük işletmelerin, şirketlerin ekonomik anlamda zorlanması söz konusu olacak. O zaman Covid-19 pandemisinin devamı gelecekse, gelme ihtimali varsa bu sürekli borç ilişkileriyle ilgili de özel bir düzenleme yapılması gerekmektedir. Yani var olan 2018 değişikliği buna çözüm üretmiyor. Bir çözüm öneriniz var mıdır derseniz de burada da artık Türk Borçlar Kanunu ilgili maddeleriyle icra iflas kanunu ilgili maddelerini aslında kıyaslayıp hukukun özeline uygun bir durum getirilebilir. İşte burada bizi İsviçre, Almanya yönlendiriyor genelde hukukumuzda. Ama sanki yavaş yavaş burada biraz daha genişlemek gerekiyor. Çünkü tüm dünyayı etkileyen bir alan. Özellikle liberal ekonominin belki de daha yoğun olduğu Amerikan hukuk sistemi, belki işte bu Brexit dönemiyle beraber İngiliz hukuk sisteminden de destek alınması gerektiğini düşünüyoruz. Özellikle bu sözleşmeleri ederken çünkü alacaklı borç dengesini kurmalıyız. Peki komiser onay vermedi, mahkeme onay vermedi, borçlu ben sözleşmeyi edeceğim diyebilir mi? Diyemez. Ekonomik anlamda komiser izin vermeden buna kanun koyucu onay vermiyor. Kanun koyucu komiseri burada aslında bir bakıma bunu denetleyen kişi olarak gösteriyor. Denetimi de komiser yapacağına göre siz kendiniz durun ben bu sözleşmeyi feshediyorum diyemezsiniz. Mahkemede bakacak zaten gerçekten etkiliyor mu etkilemiyor mu? Her sözleşmenin feshine de izin vermiyor. Örneğin işte şu an beraber sunumda olan Türk hocalarım da bana hak verecektir. Kira sözleşmesi yaptınız. Bu sürekli bir ilişki. Dur bunu hemen feshedeyim diyemezsiniz. Sonuç itibariyle bunun gerçekten borcu etkileyip etkilemediğini görmek lazım. Burada dediğim gibi konkordato komiserimiz ve mahkememiz bu konuda etkin olacaktır süreç içerisinde. Dediğim gibi birkaç yıl boyunca devam edeceğini düşünüyoruz biz pandeminin. Pandemi etkilerinin daha doğrusu hukuki yönden. Evet aşılar geliştirildi. Evet sağlık olarak belki daha iyi duruma gelebiliriz ama hukuk takdir edersiniz toplumdan etkileniyor. Toplumun da ekonomik anlamda yaşadığı sıkıntılar sanki dünya genelinde devam edecek ve sürekli borç ilişkileri konusu her zaman bir tartışma konusu olacaktır diye düşünüyoruz. Türk hukuku için de söyleyebileceklerim bu şekilde. Thank you for everyone. So sorry because this subject exceptly Turkish law is concordato is new project. So sorry again. Thank you for understanding.
Thank you very much, Dr. Küçük. As I see, we have I'm the last I'm the last presenter speaker of this session, as I see our participants maybe have problems with joining with the session. Then I will try to continue the session, and I will be the next speaker. Just a moment, I will try to share my screen. As I was, hello everyone. First of all, I have to present myself. I'm Yelena Kuzhuklu. I'm a lecturer of political sciences in Comrade State University, and my research interests are connected to ethnic policies, ethnic minority integration, and my topic of today's presentation is on governance in divided society of Moldova. And I will present some general information on Gagauzia. I'm very sorry because I prepared myself for Russian Russian presentation, but I tried to make some general, just some translation into English. So governance in divided society on Gagauzia's case. I will try to examine, just to present shortly how the fact how Gagauzia was established as established in 1994, and I will try to give some points on the factors of this effectiveness of territorial self-governance of Gagauzia, and based on international researches on these issues, I tried to analyze this sustainability on several factors, and these factors are connected to the maximum and minimum stability of the territorial arrangements, self-governance arrangements, and the stability, sustainability of the whole system, political system of Moldova. And within these factors, I will try to point some challenges and prospects of relationship between central and regional authorities. First of all, I need to start from general information on Gagauzia. I'm not sure that you have you know about this the history of the establishment of this self-governance self-governance arrangement. In 1994, after a long conflict, ethnopolitical conflict between Moldova and Gagauz population living in the south of the country, have concluded to establish a new entity within the Moldovan territory, granting to Gagauz people and territorial self-governance. It means they were granted territorial autonomy. This was possible due to many factors, because of involvement of international partners. That there was involvement of Turkey in this conflict resolution, and many international institutions like HCNM and OOC, and many others, many other institutions like Council of Europe tried to support in this process in order to resolve it peacefully. And these efforts concluded in establishing a law on special legal status of Gagauzia in, as I said, in 1994. And this was a really successful example of territorial conflict resolution, because in this space of post-Soviet country, post-Soviet space, Gagauzia and Moldova was the only one example of such a successful resolution of ethnic conflicts. So Moldova, and at the same time, I need to say that Moldova has never had any experience of territorial decentralization of power. And due to this lack of experience, and it causes also many fears in establishing a good relationship between Gagauz authorities and Moldovan central government, because as in any other countries of the Central or East European countries, there is a fear of secessionism, of minorities in those territories. And these fears did not disappear. Still, the central government has these fears. At the same time, I need to say that this region is very specific in comparison with other territorial arrangements in the Europe or in any other countries in the world, because this region was established on ethnic basis. So the population of this region mainly consists of the Gagauz population, Gagauz people. And the rest are other minorities like Ukrainians, Bulgarians, Russians, Moldovans, and others. And at the same time, the Gagauz population in Moldova, by census from 2014, has only 4.6% of the whole population of the country. Based on the law on special legal status, there is also a very different, many arrangements, special arrangements for this region. And one of the features of this region is that it has 3 official languages: the Moldovan state, the Moldovan language as a state language, Gagauz language, and Russian language as a language of communication between different communities. At the same time, the law guaranteeing the functioning of other languages, and I can say that even in the education system, we have several schools where Bulgarian minority and Ukrainian minority can learn and study in their language, their native language. If we start speaking on the factors and indicators of this effective governance in the divided society, I can say that there are several approaches how to estimate this sustainability and effective governance. Tartur and Palermo are describing the process of successful establishment and functioning of a territorial self-governance in terms of decentralization and territorial division of powers. And in this sense, I can say that, as it was already mentioned, Moldova has never had this tradition of division of powers. That's why the process and the reform of territorial division and decentralization has stopped just immediately after adopting the law on special status, and this caused too many problems in relationship between the region and the center, because the legal and constitutional framework was not consistent and was not clear. And other researchers, as Henders, describe these factors in the context of maximum and minimum stability, sustainability of the arrangements, and inclusive citizenship. I will describe them a bit later. So if we speak about the law on special status, and it's the framework of constitutional and legal framework, I can say that the relationship between the center and the region have worsened from the 1994, but this relationship are not this relationship is institutionalized. This is the most important thing after the conflict resolution in 1994. We can say that it's evident that the status, the functioning of the status is partially implemented, because the legal framework is was not harmonized with this law on special status, and it caused too many tensions between Gagauzia and the center. And because of that tensions, the center had decided to create several mechanisms of consultation and negotiations with the region, but these commissions and mechanisms were not also very effective because of the same problems as I described here, that they have fears and they just don't know how to properly deal with this situation. At the same time, this weak special mechanisms cause to low impact on the decision-making process of Gagausia and its functioning itself. What are these mechanisms of participation and negotiations? I will shortly introduce them. First of all, I can say that the People's Assembly of Gagausia has the right to legislative initiative in the parliament. This is the only territorial unit which has and the second level governance unit who has this right to initiate any draft laws. So in the legislative power, they have this possibility. At the same time, at the level of government, national government, the governor of the region has is an ex-officio member, and the governor has the right to vote and to participate in the meetings of the government, but doesn't have the separate right to initiate any issues, items on the agenda of the government. And this also causes too many problems because sometimes the vision of the governor of the Gagausia is not taken into account in the decision making. And as at the same time, in the executive level at the national government, the committee of Gagausia has the right to be within the consultation mechanisms. So they are. If we look at these arrangements, so we can say yes, Gagausia has all the features to be part of the decision making in the national level. But if we analyze in practice how is it working, we can say that it has a very weak impact on this process at the national level. The other mechanisms I have to mention is the mechanisms of cooperation. These mechanisms were created first of all to in the process of conflict resolution in 1991 until 1994. And one of these results of functioning of this commission was the establishment of adopting the law on special status. And this is the most important result of the working of such a mechanism. But after 1994, these joint commissions were not quite effective because these mechanisms didn't have any framework, well-established framework, the composition, and it was not sustainable because of electoral processes and other issues. So this mechanism was not sustainable until 2015, when the government decided to establish it on the permanent basis. And at this moment, this mechanism is working permanently, and then now they have their own agenda, which they try to introduce in the national legislative process when the members of this working group or the commission take a joint decision on harmonizing the national legislation. The main issue, the main goal of this working group is to harmonize the national legislative framework with the law on special status of Gagauzia, and to define more clearer the competencies of Gagauzia. These are two main issues which cause to many conflicts between the center and the region. If we speak about the maximum and minimum stability, we can say that these arrangements, as I said, are not working properly because even if we have this structure, the structural this structure of territorial self-governance, still it has very many issues of functioning of this autonomy, and first of all, because of the national legislation, which is not very clear and contradictory. At the same time, I can say that if we speak about the maximum stability, the mechanisms of cooperation, which I just very shortly presented, described, I can say that the level of institutionalizing the disputes between the center and the region is more effective at the moment since 2015 because this mechanism is permanent. So before this time, we had many issues on the relationship between Gagauzia and the center. And I can say that one of the I will not describe it broader, that I can say that this relationship could cause very could cause to a very dangerous situation, because in 2014 there was one of these examples of these contradictions and emerging conflict between two parties is the organization of referendums in Gagauzia, and these referendums were not the region did not follow the national legislation and organized these referendums on the special status of Gagauzia in case if Moldova, for example, will lose its statehood. And then another referendum was connected to the establishing relationships with the customs customs. Just a moment, I'll try to translate it. Customs union between Russia, between Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and other countries of the post-Soviet region, as a reason to show that Gagauzia is not is not agree with the policy of Moldova to join the European Union. And the result, these referendums took part, but Moldova did not recognize of course, these results. At the same time, we could face the emerging conflict between both parties, and it might cause very dangerous repercussions. At the same time, the involvement of the international partners supported and helped resolving these contradictions, pushing Moldova to establish a more sustainable cooperation mechanisms and negotiation and organized negotiations between the region and the center. I can say many other. I can speak about many other examples, but I can say I can conclude that the establishment of these arrangements, of course, play a crucial role in resolving the conflict between the region and the center. At the same time, I can say that this process was institutionalized, and these disputes and conflicts are in the political and legal framework, and at the same time, Moldova can resolve these issues with the support and help with of international organizations, and due to establishing the mechanisms of negotiations and the dialogue. So the functioning of this territorial self-governance in the context of when Moldova lacks this experience of territorial division of power, the functioning of this unit is very very limited, but at the same time, it created a new room for creating new relationships and maybe innovation in institutional arrangements, because Moldova has never had this experience. And the experience of other countries might not be very helpful, because all these examples of conflict resolution by granting a territorial self-governance is very unique. Thank you very much for your attention and sorry for being so to have a very long presentation. Thank you. As I see, we don't have any other speakers. I would say thank you very much for being with us and presenting a very good, giving a very good presentations. If you have, if you want to say anything, please take the floor.
Thank you very much, Elena. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. Mrs. Gülşen.
Thank you, Barış. Thank you.